I'm going to be playing the Hart House game again on Tuesday nights. Uh, this time it's for Master Points, so that's exciting. I am excited to be streaming again, and this time I'm going to be interacting with the chat. So if you have something to say in the chat, say it, and I'll do my best to answer you. Oh, all right. So last week we didn't win either of our games, so uh, today, we're going to break that streak. So here, let's get to bidding. I got a pass. Don't have a bid over this two hearts opening. But you know what? I'm looking forward to playing some defense. I don't want to bid three clubs here. I really hate it. And I don't want to get him bidding three diamonds over my response. So let's just play some defense here. I think I want to get some roughs with my hearts. Best plan for that, probably lead my singleton ace of diamonds. Hope to find partner with an entry. So we play attitude on this lead. So I'm not going to get a suit preference clue from the card he plays. So we'll see if he has a high diamond or a low diamond. Um, but I have to decide how I want to get partner in with the lead. So that's an encouraging diamond. Unfortunately, that makes it less likely that he'll be able to get on lead with something else. I think I have to shift to a spade here. I'm going to play the five of spades. It's an attitude shift. So I'm saying I don't have a high spade partner. I'm hoping he has the king, and then he can throw a diamond back because I don't want him to keep playing spades. All right, so partner had the queen of spades, but not the king, which makes me a little bit sad. The good news is that partner might be able to win a trick with the jack of spades that he doesn't have. Because if I play a spade through, he'll fly ace. So that's what I'm going to do here. And I don't think he wants to run the risk of Alad getting on lead with a diamond. So I'm going to play, now, that's a suit preference card. On the other hand, do I really trust it? If he had a card like, a 9 or higher, he wouldn't play that spot. What I'm going to do is shift to the two of spades just to get the ace of spades to come up here. Because I'm not convinced Alad has a singleton club. It just seems like a lot of cards. So the good news is that he's winning the 10 of spades. Now, I want him to play a diamond back because I started with the stiff there, but I can see him playing a spade back thinking I'm shifting to a doubleton. But he shouldn't know that. He should know that I have the jack of spades. Why would I play the 5 and then the 2 holding the jack? Because it's an attitude shift, right? That's what I want. So I'm very happy to see this card. So what I'm going to do is encourage clubs. First discard odd, encouraging clubs. And now he should know what to do. So if he had a singleton club, he might shift to the club here. But there, I'm just going to give standard present count in the clubs. Now we'll see what we can do. So I have the ace of clubs as a winner, but I think I would prefer him to play diamonds. Maybe I should have discouraged clubs. I don't know. Really, the question is there a chance of him throwing off club losers on spades? And he doesn't really have my spade count. And I'm not sure if he has my club count. He should have my heart count. Now, this should cause an uppercut if declare started with king, queen, jack. So here, I'm going to win my 10 of hearts. That's 6 of spades, 6 of diamonds. Oh gosh, if I was paying attention, I'd know what the spot is. It's the lowest outstanding spot. But if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he has one other diamond spot. So I'm going to go ace and a club, but I think partner probably just has doubleton queen. Yeah, he had tripleton queen, and partner did have another spade. He would have played the 9 of diamonds if that was relevant. So I will accept the claim. This looks solid to me. I thought we defended that well, but we might have had a part score somewhere. So we'll see when we get the other results in. But for now, I'm happy with getting plus 100 on the board. At match points, not as good as that might be at imps, though. So let's see. Just looking at the history of the hand, I can see that Alad and I have an 8-card club fed. So had I overcalled 3 clubs, Alad would be in tricky position, right? The king of clubs is offside, though. So if we get to 3 no trump, we're pretty down. Because if they knock out the ace of hearts, they'll take two spades and five heart tricks when they get in, and we can only win three diamonds and one club and one heart before having to give up the lead. So defending was the right choice on that hand. I tend to be a little more conservative overcalling at the three level than Alad is. You'll probably see that come up. So here I'm going to raise with three card heart support. Even though my suit quality is not good, even though I have defense in their suit, I am not going to let them buy the contract at the two level. Alad's likely to be bidding aggressively opposite a passed hand, white on red. All right. Oh, time for some coffee. An exciting defense on the last hand there. Anyway, I think the hand could have been played differently had Declare gone up with that second spade and then pulled trump. But here we are. Alad got the contract for two hearts, which is exactly where do you want to be playing your part score. So two hearts looks like a great spot here. Just counting points, Alad's got quite a good hand. He's got 14. I've got 7. Um, that makes South a 2-1 favorite to hold any particular high card. Though with South likely having, well, uh, at least one diamond card, I'm not sure exactly where to place the other ones. The 10 of clubs could be from not an honor or it could be from an interior sequence, so I can't say for sure. South thinking for a while has the ace of hearts. Okay, so that clarifies the heart position, and the jack clarifies it fully. That's very interesting. So here, Alad might be worried about being forced, but he always has enough control over even a 4-1 heartbreak. I don't expect him to rough high here because North raised clubs. This is an interesting choice, but I don't see how it can hurt really. So this can lose on some diamond lies, but none that are realistic. And now Alad has a choice to make. Does he pull trump, play spades from the top, and give up a spade at the end, or does he try to rough a spade? Uh, I think it's likely that the spade will score because North did not bid spades and South did not bid spades. I doubt either of them have a 5-card spade suit. So he'll be able to rough this to a spades and then claim the rest of the tricks pulling trump. And at the club, you like to play these out because a lot of times players won't accept claims when there are any outstanding trump or if the line isn't obvious to them. So I tend to restrict my claims to where it's impossible for me to lose another trick, even to the most basic bridge player. But if I'm brushed for time, I'll just claim it and then hope for an accept when I know the claim is valid. So Alad got very lucky that the heart position was this. 140 points there is going to be a good score because they don't have a fit, and we managed to stop in 2 and maybe even take an extra trick. Uh, the opponents aren't likely to run the risk of bidding too high on this hand, given that South has a mediocre 14 count and North has a bad hand. So I'm expecting 140 to be an above average result there. And in fact, all other East-Wests are overbidding on the hand. I am not sure. It looks like Wests decide to make another call, but Alad and I, because we play such light opening bids, he knows not to make an invite with the 2 outside small doubletons. He knows that we're not going to have enough for game. And so their precision helped us, even though it's not obvious. On the first board, if I take a look at this one, you'll see we did well get a plus score because most people in our direction were bidding too much and going down as a result. I'm happy to take a plus score at match points. And so I'm happy with how we played this round, and I'm happy with the result we got. Oh. So Alad and I are cousins. Alad, his mother is my father's sister, and Alad and I are close together in age. We were just born a couple of months apart. So even when we were living in different cities, we were pretty close. And then when I would turn 9, I moved to the same province, Nova Scotia, as where Alad had been living for a few years. So we got a chance to see each other on, a monthly basis or so. And eventually, Alad decided that he wanted to learn bridge. So um, I'd already taken a bridge class when I lived in Saskatoon, but Alad decided to take a bridge around the time when Canada was fishing for an under 21 team to send to the World Junior Championships in Bangkok, Thailand. So when that happened, Alad and I learned 2-over-1, and we played three-way partnership with my older brother Herschel. We didn't do that great, but it instilled a lifelong love of bridge. Uh, Alad and I did play together in the Philadelphia Under 21 Junior Championship, and that went fine, I suppose. We didn't play all that well, but we weren't terrible. But that's when we started actually developing systems together. Now, I did mention we play precision, so Alad and I play a strong club system, and that started a little bit after Philadelphia, so around 2011 or 2012. Alad and I, both living in Halifax at the time, we were going to the Bridge Club on about a weekly basis. And on a lark, I think it was Alad joked, "Let's play precision tonight." So I looked up precision and we went to the club. And he thought he was joking, but I decided to um, learn it, right? And so we had a good game and we had a lot of fun, bidding one club with all kinds of strongish hands and opening with all 11 counts. At first, we were playing precision when our opponents were vulnerable and 2-over-1 when our opponents were not vulnerable. But that ended up being too much system work for us. So we just stuck with precision and we're happy with our choice. All right, new opponents. Let's see. We've got Maggie and Joan. And I have a pile of trash here, and I'm looking forward to passing and playing defense. Uh, yeah, so Alad and I, we've been playing precision together for a few years. Uh, Now, we went to separate World Junior Championships in 2012 and 2014. Hello, Marked Card Master. Welcome to the stream. It is, in fact, bridge time. Yeah, Alad and I played together in 2010, but in 2012, Alad played with a guy called Jeff. And Alad and Jeff, at that tournament, I think they played, uh, I don't know if it was 2-over-1 or precision, but I played with Jeff 2 years after that. And for the World Junior Championships in Turkey, uh, we didn't play precision. We played Mosquito, which is a strong club system where most of the one level opening bids are transfers. And it's a full relay system. And that's a system that I basically learned the night before the tournament. Uh, Jeff and I were pretty mediocre in the tournament. We had some spectacular highs, some terrible lows. Hello, P. Brockway, too, uh, and welcome to the bridge stream. Uh, Mosquito was a lot of fun, but also incredibly stressful because those relay auctions that happen on every hand, uh, if you miss one step, you fall down the steps. So let's pay attention to the 3-no trump that they bid. Let me quickly review the bidding. No majors bid. The 4 is probably a 4th highest from 5. I'll put in my queen and hope it wins. And then I have a decision to make. Do I shift? Do I continue hearts? Yikes. So the opponents are going to take 4 heart tricks and summon the minors, and it'll probably end up being a battle for over tricks, especially given that North has 16, which is more than promised. 8 clubs, that's a reverse Smith. He obviously doesn't want a heart back. Now, I'm winning the queen here, and I have to decide, do I want to play spades or diamonds? I'm going to play spades, and the 4 spades is an attitude shift. I'm hoping Alan's got the ace of spades. And he does not. He doesn't even have the jack. So right now, Alec has shown up with, well, what looks like might be the king of clubs. So that might take a trick. Perhaps something in diamonds, but nothing in spades or hearts. I don't know how many tricks we're getting here, but I think the opponents have at least 3 spades, 4 hearts, 7. 8 is the ace of clubs. And they're certain to take a diamond with the king, regardless of the position of the ace. So that'll be 9. Um, and South holding what looks like the ace jack of spades has probably 1 entry to South's hand, assuming South started with 3 spades. I can put my queen in to block entries there. So I'm going to put the 10 of diamonds on there, which is count. I don't anticipate that costing a trick at any point. So Al's probably going to play a spade here. It's pretty clear I have the queen. And I don't think I'm cutting off connections to dummy with all these cards here, but I might be able to cut off connections to hand had he played a low spade there. But no, it looks like it's just the king coming up. That's the king and the jack. So the good news is that if partner gets in again, I've got 3 spade tricks to cash. The bad news is that I don't think he is. Or if he is, it's far too late. So I am going to slough some of these cards. Partner with 3 spades and it looks like, was it 4 hearts? Yeah, 3 spades, 4 hearts, probably 3 clubs, 4 diamonds. I'm just going to slough a diamond. And I'm going to hope partner has the queen of diamonds. That's it. And I have the rest. Like, I think I might have miscounted his tricks. I'm not sure what happened. But V8 Mama, hi, welcome to the stream. Uh, it's good to have you. Good to have you all back. I'm playing the Hart House game again on Tuesdays. So far, it's going well. Um, it looks like we beat 3-0 Trump, except I just realized that the Ace of Spades is still in South's hand, and I am clearly not on top of my game. I need to drink more coffee. Mm. Wait. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Lost track of the Ace of Spades. Didn't matter. The hand was over. Somebody has to claim there. So 11 tricks is probably pretty good for North-South on the hand. They got all 3 of their spade tricks, all 4 of their heart tricks. They got 1 diamond trick, or 2 diamond tricks, right? And 2 club tricks. It's hard to do better than that, so I don't think that's going to be a good board for us. And in fact, it's not. Everybody else seems to have taken fewer tricks by South. I think probably Alad leading heart cost us. If he'd let a club, it would have been better for us. But you know what? I don't blame him. They hadn't bid majors, so lead a major, right? Here I've got a clear takeout double. And yeah, the I'd love to see what everybody else led against this contract. We got a spade, we got a club, we got another spade. Well, that's a heart lead. All right, he's bidding 3 spades there, which is really good. It's obviously not a game forcing hand because he passed initially, but I've got a really good hand. So I'm just gonna bid key card. All right. You enjoy your exercise. Thanks for dropping in and saying hi. Thanks for the raid last time. Yeah, it's always good to chat with another bridge streamer because having just become one, it's a lot of fun. So he's got a key card. That's enough for me. I'm gonna go. Have fun, partner. Uh, if you're wondering where the King of Hearts is, uh, it better be in North's hand or your hand. All right, so what do we have here? Interestingly, the key card partner has is the Ace of Diamonds and not the Ace of Spades. That actually makes life a lot easier. He has probably the best hand that I could have hoped for. Ace of Diamonds, five spades, including the Jack, the Queen of Clubs, which is key, a Singleton Heart. It's perfect. I couldn't have asked for more. Maybe I actually could have asked for more, but who's to say? And now with the Queen of Diamonds holding the trick, we don't have to worry about certain things. If spades are 3-1 now, does he have enough trumps to take care of everything? Yeah, he's good. Looks like that. Looks like unless there's a surprise club void somewhere, we're going to make the slam. Uh, I don't know if other people are going to be in it because Alad's hand is not great in terms of high card values. He's got 8. So he decided to upgrade his hand significantly over my double. A lot of people would just bid 2 spades, uh, and that got me interested in the slam. So that'll hopefully make up for this minus 460 that we stumbled into on that board. Yeah, as you can see, double dummy, they can always make 5 spades on the previous hand, but uh, doesn't always happen, right? Here, it looks like we're well placed to take all the tricks that we need to. So at this point, I think if he just pulls Trump, he can claim it. But I think he's decided to trump some stuff first. Doesn't matter. He's probably concerned about finding a 401 club break or something like that. Um, Maybe some kind of discovery play. I don't know. Um, yeah, maybe he's gonna ruff a heart and then see if there's some squeeze position that comes up when he plays a club back to his hand. Yeah, if I were him right now, I'd ruff the 8 of hearts, uh, play my ace of diamonds, dropping the 10 of clubs, play a club back to hand. Nah, no, maybe not. I might ruin the squeeze. Ooh. Oh, there's the king of hearts. Good game. Ah, lovely little slam there. Seems to be we were the only people who bid the slam. Um, I don't know. I guess it helped that North opened 2 diamonds there. That helped give me an obvious bid. Had North passed, which I'm sure happened at most of the other tables, or opened 1 diamond, uh, I can double and partner will probably bid 1 spade rather than 2 spades with 5 spades or the jack, and then everything will be a little less excited than it was at my table. But I was also a little lucky to have him show up with all the extra features that he did, like the Queen of Clubs and the Stiff Heart. So we're still well positioned, even though this board was not a great one. And we'd better keep it going. Now, I've never successfully convinced Alad to learn Mosquito. Mosquito, the relay system with the transfers and the strong club showing 15 plus points. Um, its main advantage is that even more so than precision, you can get in and out of auctions very quickly when you're limited in values. So if somebody opens Mosquito and their partner bids a new suit at the 2 level, that's non-forcing. It's to play. And you can steal a lot of hands by bidding like that, even against really good opponents. Playing transfer openings also leads to funny situations where you'll see a lot of doubles and redoubles at the 1 level. I had a hand against the USA2 team, I remember, where there was a 1 level contract that got redoubled, and then I think another one got the same contract was doubled by the opposite pair at the other table. All right, so we've got a new round here, and we've got Dorian and Glenn. Here I've got a pass in for seat. North bidding my suit, doesn't really matter. If Alad manages to find one of the major bid, I'll raise it, but I don't know if he will. Him passing, he overcalls aggressively here, so his pass indicates that there's probably game values sitting over there. I might want to consider bidding my club suit in order to get a club lead, because against 3-no trump, that might be the best lead if he's not bidding a decent 5-card major suit. So I'm going 2 clubs here because I think Seth's going to jump in 3-no trump or some jazz like that. Yeah, there we go. But of course, now that I'm realizing it, I'm on lead against no trump, so my bid was probably unnecessary. So we play Rusno leads at trick 1. So I'm going to lead my queen of clubs here, and this will ask for attitude from partner. But I have a good enough suit that I don't really need an attitude card from him. Dummy is 14 high with what looks like exactly 4 tricks. Now, Alad not overcalling in spades, and North not bidding spades is making me think that North might be exactly 4-3-3. If that's the case, then I expect diamonds to be played right now. Unfortunately, I don't have an entry into my hand unless Declara decided to win the second round of clubs, not understanding my leads. Our leads are indicated on there, Rusno trick 1, but not everybody knows what Rusno is. And if we're going to see a low diamond to my partner's queen, I'll just play my 6 of hearts to indicate that I like clubs still, I suppose. But North, having opened a club, almost certainly has the 3rd club. I wonder if North was 4-4-2-3. With 4-4-2-3, I think North probably would have bid one of the majors, especially spades, with all the high cards hanging out. Now North's entries back to hand include something in spades. I don't know exactly what. So Alad played high-low in hearts, showing an odd number. And that tells me North probably started with four hearts. I'm guessing North might have also had four spades. Alad might have two diamond tricks coming. So I'm pitching my 10 of hearts here. And now Alad's going to play probably a low spade, hoping I have a card. But North will have to make a decision as to what spade to put in. North opened the bidding, right? So North had, what, two cashing diamond tricks? The king, I actually can't encourage there. Well, we have seen North discard a spade. And the five there, that wasn't an encouraging sign. Here, I think I have to hold on to all my clubs here. The jack of spades is going to fall under the second high spade. And the other diamond is going to cash. Yeah, so that nine of hearts was a winner. And there I take the last trick. The partner had the ace of spades. So I don't think there was any beating that. Clearly clubs was the suit to lead, but a hold-up play in clubs wins the hand. All right, I've got nothing. I'm passing. Well, yeah, I don't know. There's just not a lot of entries to declare his hand, so you have to throw something off. One diamond, 11 to 15, two plus diamonds. Uh, Playing precision, that's called the nebulous diamond opening, and it's a bit of an annoying bid to play with because it's not promising much and it's not showing much. His follow-up bid would add more detail, but it's a bid that isn't very informative. So here, there's a number of different shapes and hand types he can have, but 1-0 trump is probably going to be a good spot. Um, yeah, we're going to lose probably 5 heart tricks off the top, but then we have some choices to make in clubs and spades. Now, the opponents did not bid. I was dealer, so the south hand doesn't have opening values. I need to check to see if there's any cards that I can place based on what cards show up in their hands. So the heart lead was inspired and found their partner's ace king, and it looks like it was from a 5-card suit headed by the queen or queen jack. Now I have my first choice to make. I can throw a spade or I can throw a club. The club might prevent extra under tricks, the spade being over. I don't see any need to hold on to spades and dummy, so I'm going to throw them off first. But eventually I'll have to throw a club. Now, I can't imagine this blocked the heart suit. No. Now, yeah, so this is 5 heart tricks cashing. I think I have to play south for a couple of high cards. Here, I don't need any extra spades in my hand. That's the 3 of spades. I need to look at their carding. If I could see it. I don't. Now, I could ask what their carding is, but I don't feel like it. All right. The diamond is an interesting choice. So here, I think the safest thing for me to do is finesse spades first. So the spade hook is good. Now I'll try the club. And it's not. And sadly, I'm down, but I have the rest of the tricks. So North had to throw off, or North did throw off some spades there, but North could have afforded to throw off things like diamonds and clubs. So I don't think that double dummy I can do any better. One of Trump down one is a fine result compared to them being in a heart contract making. It looks like they can make two hearts without much trouble. And if you're looking at the results, 1-0 Trump down one is just about the lowest minus score we can get. It's certainly better than them making their heart part score. I am streaming tonight's game, so it's good to let the director know. I don't think anybody playing in the tournament watches the stream at the same time. It wouldn't give that much help because all the hands are being played simultaneously, but it can provide some clues if, for whatever reason, I've played the first hand in the set faster and you're still working on the end position of the first hand and you can see the hand history. But that's a bit of an edge case, so I don't think that stream sniping is something that happens a lot in bridge. Back to 3-no Trump, it looks like uh, them making 3-no Trump wasn't a great board for us because at most tables they were going down in a 4-3 hard fit or stopping short of game. But we did well to take the tricks that we did against 3-no Trump. And then on this last one, again, I think we're going to get a middling result because it was a minus score, but it was as okay as it could have been. It could have been a lot worse. So even though we didn't score well this round, I'm happy with the way the hands turned out. Aled, if you remember, he opened the Nebulous Diamond. He's got a 12 count. In his position, third seat vulnerable, we play a 15 to 17 no trump range. So with a no trumpy hand of 11 or maybe even 10 to 14, he's going to open one diamond and then probably end up rebidding one no trump if he doesn't have a fit for the major suit that I bid. And he's happy to just pass one no trump with a hand like this. Other hands he could have include hands with a long diamond suit, of course. But there's also hands that are non-balanced that include things like 5-card club suits that open one diamond. Those are always the hardest hands to handle because the club suit doesn't get revealed, sometimes not even in the second round of the bidding. So if you have a club contract, it can be very difficult to find. The good news is that this wasn't one of those hands. All right, so Alnor and Neil. I've got my usual mix here. Looking forward to passing and playing defense again. But it looks like I'm going to be dummy instead because Alad's opening a precision club. I have an automatic one diamond negative response, 0 to 7 any shape. His most common response over this is 1-no Trump, showing sort of a balanced 17 to 19. If he bids a major suit that promises at least 4 of the suit, he could have a longer minor. Looks like South is inspecting our alerts and probably thinking about what to do with his diamond overcall. So Alad's got a spade bid. Um, this isn't a canopy raise. He's got five. I have a very clear three spades bid with my hand. I could consider four, but I think that's an overbid. And here's four spades. So I'm dummy. We get to watch Alad play spades. I'm guessing that the pause and then the two diamonds will encourage North to lead a diamond here, but we'll see. Alad will very likely have exactly one diamond. So this is an interesting hand. It's a semi-balanced hand. This does go through one club, one diamond, one spade. Were we to be uninterrupted, and we did get the diamond lead. Uh, what are the prospects for this contract? A little shaky. It doesn't look like there's an easy way to deal with expected heart losers. Did North just lead the Jack from King Jack? Hmm. Maybe North had Jack Queen King, and I'm misinterpreting the two diamond bid as something else. But Alad's only chance here is to try to rough hearts and dummy. And given that North has shown up with several high diamonds, indicating that South might not have a natural diamond overcall, I can't really say what's going on with the opponent's bidding here. It could really be anything. However, we have seen a bunch of heart cards show up. So we've seen the king and the ace, and then the nine and the jack and the 10. So the queen is the only heart higher than the eight. It's possible the queen can get roughed out when he tries to rough the five of hearts and dummy. But at that point, Alad needs to decide which card does he want to rough. If he roughs high and the queen of hearts doesn't show up, he's not going to be able to get rid of that eight of hearts. If he roughs low, he might get over roughed, but then the queen of hearts isn't showing up anyway. So I think the eight is the right call there, but he might have done better to cash a high round of spades first. So here we're down. Alad's going to rough high, I expect, or now that the 10 of spades is gone, he can afford to rough with a high spade. I think North might have actually had a doubleton king jack and led the jack, which would have been an interesting choice. But it looks like it turned out this hand. That would be my guess. So yeah, South did have five diamonds the queen. So that did fool Alad, and it fooled me too. Um, but it looks like the spades are coming down. So we're down one. That's not going to be great. I think there's going to be people in the game, and I think some of them are going to make it. But most people are going to be short of game and making their easy spade part score. So here, with South having three spades to the 10, it makes it very, very difficult to rough out the heart. It might actually be an impossible contract. And Double Dummy says it's not, that there is a way to do it. But four spades down one, not a good board. Almost everybody's taking nine tricks in spades. So here, according to Gibb, and normally I would try to puzzle through this myself, Alad's got 10 to 12. We play a mini no trump here. And I have a choice. I've got 15 high, so I know we need to be in game. But the question is, do we want to be in four spades or do we want to be in three no trump? I have a very weak spade suit with a lot of cards outside of the spade suit. On the other hand, which would sort of indicate a no Trumpy spot. But if there's holes in things like hearts, then and we need time to set up the spades, then no Trump might be bad. We might get good leads into my high cards though if I bid four spades. I'm going to risk four spades here. Yeah, Alad baffled by the jack from King Jack, but I think it was just you know leading a diamond. It's it is what it is, right? Sometimes you just gotta shrug your shoulders. So Alad's play there, it seems to be, would have been to put in the 10 on that heart towards dummy, and then had North interposed with a middle heart, Alad covers with the king, and then the jack drops the 10, drops the 9, the 8 grows up. It's a very specific make, and I think Alad played it about as well as he could have. Maybe he could have cashed a high round of spades first, but it's still very difficult to see that position in the cards. So here, I'm expecting any kind of lead, jacks from king jacks and what have you. So here, it looks like the spot was very clearly 3-note trump. We've got a number of tricks in diamonds and clubs and hearts, and possibly four spade losers off the top. So if you're watching the stream to learn things about bridge, perhaps you should watch a different bridge stream. The good news is that there are no different bridge streams, so you're stuck with me. Here, the goal of the hand is going to be to avoid the heart loser. That'll be pretty simple to do, but I have to decide what I want to do if I want them to continue clubs. So here, I'm going to conceal my king of clubs because I want them to keep playing clubs and to not play hearts. Here, I'm just going to play spades as fast as I can in order for them not to set up a trump trick. So I expect North to play another club, but if North shifts to a heart, I'm going to be upset. All right, so here, I'm going to win my king and take out the second round of trump. If spades are 3-2, that'll help me make the contract. If they're not, then so be it. All right. And now I think probably another club is what we're going to see here, but the heart is what shows up. So now if diamonds end up being 2, 4, or worse, and the person with short diamonds has the outstanding trump, then if North has the king of hearts, I need to duck this heart. But otherwise, winning the ace and then trying to throw off the low heart is best. And I think that it's substantially more likely. 57% game, that's pretty good. Well, I don't know. On the one hand, I'm happy to get a plus score, which is what it looks like is going to happen here. But on the other hand, 3-note trump is probably a more lucrative spot. Looks like all the diamonds are coming down too, so I'm just going to claim one fewer trick for making. With all those cards coming down, it's I think 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's going to be probably 10 tricks on the hand, depending on the defense. I think that the people in no trump are going to take more match points here. But on the other hand, I think a lot of people aren't going to be in no trump because it is an 8-card major suit fit. So let's look at the other tables here. As you can see, we got a 4 spades and we got a 4-no. Letting the heart go around to my queen, that would have been a winning play as well. So double dummy 3-no trump is exactly making from east. So it looks like the 4 spades is a gift from Gib. But in practice, I would expect a lot more tricks to be lost defending 3-no trump than defending 4 spades. Anyway, so this last round probably hurt our position a little bit. 4 spades making is in the middle of the pack, a little bit above average. But yeah, you can see a range of results in no trump there. Four spades, obviously, with the 3-2 break, should be exactly making um, if played by East and there's no heart lead. But it looks like the somebody managed to hold it to 9 tricks, which is an interesting defense. I guess if you're forced to play on diamonds early, you'll succeed. You'll throw off the long heart on the third round of diamonds. Um, yeah, so after this round, we'll probably end up we'll probably be at around 55%, which is normally a good score, but it's not good enough to win. We like to be in the low 60s uh, against the Hart House Club, and that's usually good enough to win. We've been finding that the online game for the past couple of weeks since this game shifted to online has been a bit. Um, there have been people who've run away with a game with a score in the 70s. It's never the same pair every time, but it seems to be a different pair who just seems to be having everything going for them. And I don't know if it's because of the online environment or just simple matter of the draw. But Alan and I are due. We're hoping to pick it up uh, with this game. And we've got a lot of hands left, right? We've got 14 hands left. That should be good enough. A couple more slams should be rolling. A jack from King Jack, partner's suit. It's very tricky, especially when leading up into a strong hand. All right, so who do we have here? We've got Kevin, not Kevin the director, and Patty. All right, round number 5. I've been having some lovely hands today. This is a 4 count. My last few, well, that was a good one, but there was a 5 count, a 7, an 8. That's a good one. A 7, a 7. That was a good one. I can't really complain. Well, you can tell a little bit about the skill level of your opponents by the fact that they are being informative about what their bids mean. That they're explaining that their one club could be short is good, right? You want to know that, but it also shows you that they know how to work the software. I can't muster a bid with this garbage, even though I do have spades and diamonds. I'm red, and I don't feel like going crazy here. But Alan's got values. He's got a double and a bid. And I have 4 card trump support. The question is, do I raise with this? And I think I probably should be raising with this. The singleton club is actually going to be good for him. And if he's got, 2 small hearts and a diamond loser, we might have 4 spades. So I'm going to bid 3 spades. My hand's a lot better than it really could be. And I think I could definitely pass there. But now Alan has to decide, was his 2 spades just showing, a good hand, or is it showing a great hand? So it's his call. I think my 3 spades bid is right in the middle of the range of hands I could have with the stiff club and 4 spades. So here, and he knows that I passed over 1 heart. So I don't have a great set of cards. I'm hoping he has a great hand because he's playing it. So it looks like we do have the 2 heart losers. We've got a slow couple of diamond losers, unfortunately, um, and nothing to lose in clubs. I guess I'm a little disappointed in this hand because I was hoping that there wouldn't be so much wastage in clubs. However, if South continues with hearts, we can throw off a diamond on the Queen of Hearts. So Aled playing the Jack of Hearts there is probably trying to, well, I don't know what he's trying to do. He should be trying to encourage South to keep playing hearts, but it didn't work. Um, Now he has to hope to block the diamond suit. So here he still needs to get to dummy, right? He's gonna take a spade finesse. And if I look at the first trick was one with the was it the King of Hearts? So south with the Ace King of Hearts and what looks like the Queen Jack of Diamonds probably also has the King of Spades. So I think you play for the 2-2 spades, hoping to drop that. Oh shoot! I forgot he could throw off a heart loser. My gosh, I was blinded by the possibility of throwing off the diamond loser that I hadn't even accounted for this possibility. So I'm impressed with Alad here. It looks like he might have successfully pulled off a neat little elimination here. He might even make five. I'm glad Alad was playing this one. Yeah, so it looks like the spades were 2-2. So lucky us. And now he's going to play a diamond. And I think this will probably do it because that queen of diamonds indicates that these diamonds are getting blocked. And North clearly is going to drop that jack of diamonds. Game over. Very well played by Alad. Um, maybe I'll highlight that one because I'm so happy with how he played it. It was a it was a great make. I'm glad that I invited him to game. So with my crappy 4 points, I'm not expecting most of the field to be in that game. So I think that'll be a great score. And taking 11 tricks is the cherry on top of the Sunday. As you can see, a lot of people just one spade swish. For what it's worth, I would never, ever, ever, ever pass one spade with those cards there, with a 4-card spade suit and a stiff. It's just your partner is going to have an average 18 count with 5 spades, and you're going to miss a game so often. Here, I'm going to raise the spades. It's very clear. Again, I've got fewer points than last time. I've got 3 points, but it's a great 3. Again, I've got a stiff club. Again, I've got great trump support. Those 4 hearts, probably opposite a heart doubleton. But it's definitely enough to compete to 2 spades. We'll see if Alad's got another bid left in him. If he bids, well, anything but 3 spades is going to be some kind of invite, but 3 spades is competitive, purely competitive there. And now I have a choice to make. I'm assuming North is going to pass. I can go 3 spades, or I can pass. And this is interesting. Vulnerable, I think competing is a little rich. I'm just going to pass and trust my defense. So here, I have a stiff trump. I don't like to lead stiff trumps against trump contracts, even when I'm trying to cut down on roughing. South has club raise and 5 hearts. I do wonder if this is the time for a club lead, but I think we might need to win our tricks before the hearts get set up. So I'm going to lead my spade, and then maybe we just need to cash out and hold this to as few over tricks as possible. So South has a very good raise for 2 clubs. With me raising spades and Alad bidding spades, there's going to be 2 spade losers and probably a diamond loser, but I don't expect North to lose any other tricks. So this is going to be making 4 and possibly 5 if the ace of diamonds is in the North hand. Because I'm expecting North to have something like ace, queen, 5th of clubs, and for that suit to have no losers in it. North probably has 6 clubs and 2 hearts and 2 spades and 3 diamonds. Will there be problems getting rid of those diamond losers? Absolutely not. Alad needs to shift to diamonds here. Hopefully he'll play his ace if he has it. This is match points. We need to take as many tricks as we can. We're not beating this. I think he recognizes that. But we'll see. I don't know what Alad's hand is, so he could have 5 clubs to the jack, 9, 8, and maybe there still is some defense. Who knows? The jack. It's probably a tactical card. I'm betting he's playing that jack from King Jack. Um, I have to discourage here, so the 9. But I think he's just trying to make a statement that sometimes it's okay to lead your jack from King Jack of diamonds. But I expect him to have 4 to the King Jack rather than a King Jack doubleton. So here, the clubs are going to get played. They're going to get taken out in probably 2 rounds because I don't think partner has more than 2 clubs. Oh, he's got the ace of clubs. That's nice. So unfortunately, it means they didn't miss a game, but fortunately, it means we took our spade tricks before they went anywhere. So as you can see, he did cleverly lead the jack from King Jack. Yeah, and those diamonds are falling on the hearts. There's no way for them to go wrong there. So let's see. I think 3 clubs making 4 is going to be a decent result for the opponents, just because they competently bid and played. And sometimes that's good enough for, a 70% on a board, right? Double dummies, obviously, there's nothing we can do there. Um, there's probably creative ways to not make 10 tricks. Maybe you try to throw off a spade early and then north west trumps and you forget to over trump. All kinds of things can happen at the bridge table. On the previous board, I think we're probably not going to get touched there. Yeah. Again, that went about as well as it could have, so very happy to have seen that. So time goes on. With a few minutes left in the round, I'm going to refresh my drink. The stream doesn't run ads at this time, but feel free to browse your favorite online shopping site and pretend that it's an ad that I sent you. Speaking of advertising, with the world in quarantine, obviously companies that supply to businesses um, are not seeing as many customers for those products. So that includes meat wholesalers who normally sell their food to restaurants, sit down restaurants. And so they've started moving into the consumer space. So they're shipping giant truckloads of meat to people at wholesale prices and offering delivery if you pay a certain amount of money. So um, my wife decided that she would take one such company up on their offer, and she has purchased a great deal, a great deal of what hopes to be good quality meat from one of these restaurant supply companies. It has yet to arrive because I expect they're backed up with many other people with the same idea. But if there's one thing you can do to get your iron levels up, it's definitely to get the meat truck to show up. Speaking of trucks, how's 130 doing? 130 is a slightly above average score for the opponents there because somebody, couple places, let them make 11 tricks. Now, uh, that's a good question. I know that you can fill out a convention card. Um, but I don't know how to view it per se. I got halfway through filling out a convention card on BBO for me and Alad. The problem with ACBL convention cards is that if you're doing different things in different positions or different vulnerabilities, there's often not the space that you need to fully explain those agreements. So anything you put on that card will be wrong. And when you fill it out with a computer, you're not getting the flexibility that you would get with a pencil, where you can say in a little scribble, first, second, non-vulnerable, when you write your 10 to 12 in your no trump range. So I'm always a little bit wary about filling out those online convention cards if I don't have supplemental notes to provide to the opponents, or some flag for the opponents that tells them, you're not seeing the full picture here. Let me enlighten you with the key details of our system that you need to accurately interpret our bids. All right. So what do we have here? We have Steph and Michael. I think Steph with a different partner might have won the Thursday game. So I want a little bit of revenge here. I've got another bad hand, but I'm used to it. I'm getting defensive practice, and I appreciate that. So there, again, the 130 was an average result, but the four spades was good. So we move back to our 57.5, which is our staging ground for our big push near the end to get to 65. And Alad passing, he wouldn't bid with just anything over one spade. So there are hands he could have with maybe a decent suit or maybe a 12 count. But again, he's aggressive, so I'm not expecting a lot here. North's thinking for a while. Four spades. So the four spades isn't alerted or explained. I'm guessing it's to play. I don't have a bid or a double here, of course. And I don't expect Alad to either if he couldn't bid over one spade. But I expect North to probably have some values and to just not want to be bidding this scientifically. As you can see, this is a 12 count with a doubleton. The contract is going to be four spades. Playing precision, I would have the same bid, holding the North cards. But this does preclude the possibility of a better result. So the 9 here is interesting. We play third, but also if he had a doubleton, he would lead 9 small. So I'm going to play low because I don't think he has the King of Hearts if he's playing the 9. That's impossible. If he had the King of Hearts, he would have also had the Jack. So I think what I should have done was actually play a higher heart spot to tell Alad that I had a high diamond instead. So that was a bit of a mistake on my part because we play some kind of rainbow suit preference on the first trick. So here, I'm going to re-emphasize the fact that I've got a diamond card that he should care about. So Alad, I think, played mostly up the line in the spades. Not 100% sure. Count. He's probably got 4, so declares leading up with 3, maybe king third. So he'll hold up around because he knows that I've got a doubleton, and that's declares last club. And attacking these entries can help if South has a position in the heart suit that is vulnerable to blockage. So here, 3 of diamonds is an attitude card again. So I'm going to play the ace. And then here with the 9 showing up, I'm just going to play the Jack of diamonds and see. Oh, there it's over. All right, simple hand. The heart lead sort of cost a trick, but not really because it would have gone on the club anyway. So this seems to be like it'll be a very normal average result. If people decide to be clever and played in 3-note trump, they're going to have to guess hearts right in order to compete with 4 spades on a diamond lead, because they'll take the 5 spades, the king of diamonds, uh, and they'll need 4 heart tricks in order to beat 4 spades making. But here they can't touch it. So 4 spades is the correct result for them to be bidding. They did as well as they could. Good for them. Here I have a very bad heart suit. Do I bid it? I do bid it. Bridge is a bidder's game. So you can see a lot of people chose to play that in no trump. I'm surprised no trump is doing as well as it is. I think it's probably because West's lead clubs instead of diamonds. Um, if I held West cards there, I might lead a diamond, just being a little scared about leading the suit with the ace, because if partner has a fit for your diamonds, and your ace might be a stopper in the suit. Um, Alid is pointing out what I pointed out earlier on stream, the fact that uh, you are correct. My carding on trick 1 was wrong. It's good to know that Alid is thinking the same things that I'm thinking, even though he hopefully isn't listening to the stream at the same time. So I'm always happy when I get to buy the contract in 2 of a major, white on red, in an 8-card fit. So this is one of those hands where I'm happy I bid with a crappy Jack fifth of hearts. Just looking at the layout, they're ice cold for 2 clubs with 3 tricks in the majors and what looks like to be 5 club tricks. So here I need to decide how I want to play 2 hearts. I'm going to lose 2 clubs and 2 spades, and then I have to hold my hearts to 1 loser. So North opened the bidding, but West is leading the ace of clubs. So, and I have plenty of time to play the hand. So did West pass? No, West did not pass. No, wait, never mind. So I think that I need to be careful about counting the opponent's points. We're off 17 points in the black suits, and then another 5 in hearts. Note that South didn't make a negative double of 1 heart. South is thus unlikely to be holding 4 spades. Now, how can I best... Yeah, sorry for clicking. Obviously, the pass is normal. That was a misclick on my part, just looking at the auction. So here, I don't think they're playing UDCA. It's probably a standard club card, but it might just be a random club card. Steph might have interpreted that as a discouraging clubs card. So here, what I might want to do is throw off those clubs from dummy. That would be tempting, and that might actually be what I do. It might not save me a trick, but it might. The club opening bid and the club raise are hinting that the diamonds are going to be 4-3, with North having 3 and South having 4. Yeah, so here I managed to throw off that club loser. Now, that's not necessarily going to save me a trick, but here we didn't get a ruff. So with the spade discard, I'm going to ruff the club now before dummies trumps disappear. And now I have a choice to make. South has shown up with a club raise, so probably 5, maybe 4, as well as 4 diamonds. Now, I don't want to get over roughed by South. I think I just want to go ace of hearts and a heart and hope that the hearts are 3-2. And in that case, I will make the contract. There's the king, and that's the 10. So I have 3 more tricks to lose, and I will claim that result. Hopefully the king of spades will fall. It doesn't. Um, and I have, what, 2 more losers? So I'll claim the contract making. So I don't know if North-South had any carding agreements here, but if South was able to interpret North's card as an encouraging card in clubs, and I would assume North would want to encourage clubs with that hand, they would have done a little bit better because they would have continued clubs, and I wouldn't have been able to get rid of that club loser. Can they make 3 clubs? I don't know, but they can make 2 for sure. With 3 diamond losers and a heart loser, the challenge of the hand is avoiding the long loser in spades, which they can do either by taking a spade finesse and then roughing a spade, or by roughing a couple of spades high and then just dropping that jack of clubs. And you could also hook the 10 of hearts. That's also on side. Yeah. As a general rule, try not to let your opponents declare 2 of a major, non-vulnerable, undoubled, when they clearly have a fit. There's almost always a spot for you to compete to. You know what? If Alad's grabbing a beer, I think I'm going to join the party. So today we're drinking the Hopsta La Vista IPA from Long Slice Brewery. I don't know if it's a good beer because I just tend to try a beer once and then move on to a different beer. But I like IPAs because I'm bitter and basic. It's hard to see the club discard in dummy coming because you know that dummy has the long clubs. So you're thinking, how does declarer discard clubs from their hand rather than how do they discard clubs from dummy? But this is one of those positions where it mattered. And in fact, I think that if North chose to trump that 4th round of diamonds, I still have to lose 2 more hearts because the queen, 10 of hearts are still winners. And Alad is pointing this out. And here, to see an opponent's convention card, click the blue box with the 3 lines and choose NS or EW convention card. Interesting. So if I look at the EW convention card, I can see what we have here. So I have some boxes checked, and then I have a lot of blank space because I never got around to filling it out, which I'll say Alad RCC is partially filled out. It's not complete. I'm drinking Hops de la Vista. Long Slice Brewery is from Toronto, Ontario. All right, time for another round. We are playing it against Ron and Peg. So the last round was good for us. 2 hearts making, of course, was a good result because I think they can always beat the contract. Now, interestingly, there wasn't a lot of competing in clubs by North-South. They did well to find that fit. And no trump is mixed in whether it does well or not. So I've got an opening bid here of 1 heart. We play 5-card majors. So I'm happy to open 1 heart with a 12 count. Most people, this is a borderline hand. Playing precision, it's a clear opening bid. Anybody who's watching the stream and not participating in the chat, hello. Uh, I love you too. And that's semi-forcing, but I've got the semi part of it. I've got an easy pass with my minimum balanced hand. Looking back at this deal, spades almost always makes 11 tricks, but no trump is very wide ranging depending on the choice of lead. So here, Alex playing his semi-forcing one no trump and quickly taking stock. There's two diamond tricks. Um, oh, this is interesting. He's got three low hearts, and we're not in two hearts. How would two hearts have been? Well, there's three heart losers, a club loser, a spade loser, probably another spade loser, maybe another club loser. Um, two hearts is probably down, but how's one no trump doing? There's two diamonds and one spade. I don't know where the rest of the tricks are coming from. There might be a club trick. Either way, he's going to play on hearts, and he might be able to scrounge up a couple of heart tricks to go along with his diamonds, the ace of spades, a club, and maybe another spade. But with three heart losers to come, the ace of clubs, and a couple diamonds, this is going to be touch and go. Probably a little bit more likely to make than two hearts, but I'm not sure. If hearts were maybe 4-1, then playing in one trump is going to be better for sure. Now the hold-up play probably won't prevent anybody from running diamonds, but it might screw up their entries. Here, as you can see, North got antsy, rose with the king of hearts, and then got boomed because he didn't expect Alad to bid one no trump holding the third heart. You'd expect your partner, if they're holding the ace, to have another heart in hand. So here, Alad is in a very good place. He's got three heart tricks coming. He's got the ace of spades. And he needs to make a guess on the spade here to see how best he can maybe set up another spade trick. And he seems to have guessed right. So I'm guessing, again, he's going to play a club off of dummy, hoping to get another club back and then try to scrounge together some kind of squeeze. But I doubt that'll happen. He doesn't want to play the hearts out first because that will force him to commit on which cards he's keeping from his hand. So with the king of clubs holding there, he's actually got what could well be a legit squeeze. I think North is very likely to be holding. No. South, I don't know where the king of spades is, but it's going to be an automatic squeeze if it's real. So he's going to throw off the seven of clubs from hand. And then if the king of clubs, ace of clubs doesn't show up, he's going to queen to the ace, hope to drop the king. And then here, the squeeze did happen. North accidentally ended up rectifying the count for this squeeze. Actually, South had the ace of clubs, so it wasn't a real squeeze, but had North held the ace of clubs there, it would have been a real squeeze. So this is a 10 to 12 no trump. Oh, P. Brockway, thanks for joining the stream. All right, so let's see. I've got 10 to 12, and this is probably my favorite bit in the system, this mini no trump. It's very specific, it's very disruptive, and admittedly, playing against a Hart House club in Canada, most opponents at and I'd say the average club player at Hart House is an intermediate player, has very little exposure to a weak no trump. They don't have systems against it. And even if they do have some understanding of what they want to do, their partner might not be in the same page. It causes a lot of contracts that we steal or contracts where our opponents get far too high and we double them. It's a bid that if you like to bid and you like to compete, you should, even if for a little while, even if it's not fully part of your system, try it out. Um, mm. And over the mini no trump, we try to get in and out as fast as possible. Two spades is to play here. So Alad, his two spade is very wide ranging. It's 0 to 11 points. He could have uh, any kind of hand really. Um, in theory, he could be psyching two spades here with a void, but I doubt it. Any of those drop dead bids have that hidden possibility of a psych in them, but looking at my hand, he's probably got 8 points and five spades. Uh, Spades is going to be the master suit, so we're not going to get as much of an edge as if our suit was hearts and they ended up missing a 4-4 spade fit as a result of the mini no trump. So, oh, okay, okay. So he bid two spades. Um, I I think he got confused because no, no, he's I what I huh. Okay, this is weird. So it is my oh good. That's what I wanted to see. So hopefully spades are 4-3, and he'll be able to get rid of the outstanding spade by running diamonds. Yeah, this is a bit of egg on face. I don't know what happened or what he was thinking. This looks bad. This looks like a 5-2 break. Hmm. Yeah, we don't play two spades as a transfer to diamonds. We play it to play. I wonder if he was afraid that the opponents would compete in hearts, and he decided to psych two spades in order to um, prevent them from finding their heart part score. Possibly, but his hand is too strong anyway for that. So how are we going to do in this contract anyway? So we have another club loser. We have another diamond loser. But the problem I think is going to be that with the heart guard gone, we don't really have any stoppers there, and so we're going to end up losing a couple hearts at the end to go down. So this was a little unfortunate because I don't think they actually were going to make a heart part score, but we'll see. I would love to see what other tables do here. I'm sure it's going to be something like the three no trump making or three no trump down one. So North didn't play hearts. So we're actually making this, which is remarkable. Uh, but still, I am skeptical that this is going to be a good result. We seem to have a lot of strength. So I see. Yeah, two no trump over a mini no trump is just an invite, natural invite. Though with that good diamond suit, you might just bet it. And how does three no trump do? It looks like it's making. You've got six diamond tricks, you've got two heart tricks, and then no matter what is led, you're going to get at least one more trick in the black suits, probably two. So in a heart lead, you run diamonds, you knock out the ace of spades, uh, and you're going to take 10 tricks. Weirdly, this is a middling result. Obviously, you're going to take 10 tricks and no trump. But a lot of people with South holding a half decent 7-card heart suit, there's preemptive action. And West can't really bid no trump over the preemptive hearts. And then East doesn't have a bid. Well, most Easts aren't opening with an 11 count. So over a 3 heart preempt, it's tricky to know what to do. Um, it is kind of remarkable that we ended up being in 2 spades making, which I'm not sure can be touched actually, given that there's a doubleton club, but it looks like best defense beats it by a trick. Um, and how many hearts can make um, by South? Looks like 2 hearts can make. So the par contract looks to be 4 hearts double down 2. So this table seems to have played good bridge. And the rest of us seem to be doing fun things. 5 diamonds down 1 is clearly a result of people getting afraid of the Hart doubleton and deciding to play in the diamond suit. But when you're off 3 caching tricks, it's not going to get you match points. Yeah, so 2 spades is going to be a middling result. Now, board 13, Al had managed to take, 9 tricks and no trump because of some um, non-optimal play by the defense. It looks like that was a result that's good enough to take all the match points on the hand. Now, last round I actually had a 12-point hand and an 11-point hand, so that was a great hand, a great round with 2 opening bids. Very happy with that one. 40% of the match points for 2 spades making on a 3-3 fit. Interesting. So I know this is Trish and John. We've had them as teammates before. They're fun to play against. Generally good players. Been known to get up to a disaster or two, but I guess we're in the same boat. So here, 2 spades. Our agreement shows specifically hearts and diamonds. Now we do have 4 hearts, but my spades are very wasted. With South bidding spades and with partner very likely having 1.5 spades. So I don't see a better bid than 3 hearts if it comes around to me. So the double is interesting. I could pass those. No, I'm going to go 3 hearts. 2 no trump, we usually play as some kind of competitive bid, but here it would probably be asking for partners minor, I think, maybe. I don't know. So I'm bidding 3 hearts. It's definitely competitive here. And the double of 2 spades, if they have an agreement, I don't know if they have an agreement, but they're going to be bidding spades, which kind of makes me happy because I do have a hand that wants to defend against spades. I just don't want Alad to bid more. White on red, he'll be aggressive with his Michaels, but at other vulnerabilities he wouldn't be. So we'll see if it goes 4 spades here. 3 no trump, very interesting. So North doesn't have that 3rd spade. So I don't have a bid over 3 no trump, of course. I'm going to pass. Now, as for my lead, North is probably prepared for a heart lead. Not so much for a spade lead, but I don't see a future in the spade suit for me leading spades. I could lead my jack of diamonds, hoping to find partner with something there. That might be an option. I think I will lead a heart here. Probably the 6, I think, is the card to lead. Standard present count, maybe. I think. I'm not sure. I always forget what our agreement is when leading a suit that we've raised from partner. But anyway, hopefully it won't cost us. As I'm expecting, North has some values and some hearts. The double was probably a negative double of spades showing four hearts. So I don't mind a heart continuation because I do have the jack. And I don't see a better choice for Alad. The spades wouldn't have gained me anything because it's easy to cut me off from partner, but they wouldn't have lost anything either. The good news is that I think there's no way we can defend the hand without attacking hearts at some point, so uh, getting started on the hearts as soon as possible is probably a good choice. But with North discarding a spade for a dummy, North doesn't see a future in the spade suit at all. So Alad's to a spade shift is very interesting here. I think he would have played a spade from the high spade from a doubleton. So with a singleton spade, he seems to be leading that one spade tricks, or leading that one spade, um, because he's afraid of leading from his heart position, whatever that is. He might have a card like the queen that he's afraid about. So this is a count card showing four. Interesting. Why would he play a count card? Why would? Because I know he has diamonds. I wonder if his hearts are 6-4. So I'm going to win my jack of diamonds and then start cashing spades, I think. We have two tricks. If Alad has one more trick somewhere, we're happy. So the two of hearts says, partner, please don't play hearts, and also please play clubs. So I have a choice here. Do I cash out my spade and play a club, or do I play clubs before cashing out the spade? So I guess I have to concern myself with the possibility that Declare is just going to win a bunch of tricks. I don't think Declare will take 9 tricks before, with the spade there, even before we manage to get our one. So if Alad has something like Queen 10 small or King small of clubs, we should be good. So the 3 of clubs there. Well, I've seen the 6 of hearts and the 4 of hearts. 3 of clubs shows what, 3? Leading up to the jack of diamonds. Okay. Yeah. If Alad has at least 4 diamonds, and he should have 5, but if he has at least 4 diamonds, they're not using diamonds as a source of tricks any more than clubs. There's no way that North can avoid playing clubs on this hand. I'm going to play a spade passively on this hand because I don't think that finessing partner is going to be worthwhile in clubs if that's what it comes down to. So here, looks like North is discarding hearts, West is discarding hearts. Probably the king and queen of hearts are split between the two hands. I would expect Alad to have the queen and North to have the king. But that still requires North to play clubs, and I want North to play clubs themselves and not to have me break the suit. So here, Alad's already discarded a club, so the clubs seem to be 4-4 in the two hands. So I have nothing to hold on to in diamonds. Will I be giving anything up by throwing a diamond here? I don't think so. But there's also nothing wrong with playing a spade here, because I'm not getting back in with a high diamond or heart. So here, throw off the diamond, hope partner's got something. So I think Alad still has the king of diamonds, probably. But interestingly, the queen of hearts is coming out of north. So it looks like Alad had that king of hearts. And he'll set himself up what looks to be okay. If he'd held on to more diamonds. Sorry, if he'd held on to more hearts, he probably would have cost himself a diamond there. So yeah, we beat 3-no Trump. His hand ended up having a lot of key high cards. Um, there are choices. Any normal lead seems to beat the contract, as it turns out. Um, but was his spade shift a good choice? It was not a bad choice. All right, I'm in fourth seat and I don't have a bid, so I'm passing. Third seat. All righty. So yeah, it looks like Declarer was doomed. We could have had another trick had I, and let me see about this. Had I played a diamond at that point, I didn't know partner had the king and 9 of diamonds there. So I'm passing. I don't have a bid. South might pass with a 3-card hard suit, but I doubt it. I think South probably has stuff. That is correct, Alan. A diamond switch does blow up the end play, but I don't know the diamond position. Now, we play odd even first discard. Alad's 2 of hearts sort of implied that he preferred clubs to diamonds, but I know he was bidding a 2-suiter with diamonds, so maybe I should have read through it and continued diamonds. All right, so now we're defending 1 of Trump. 1 of Trump is interesting because South doesn't have 4 spades. South probably has 4 diamonds, doesn't have 4 hearts as well. I don't know where we're getting tricks from here. Here, this is attitude. I don't like diamonds particularly, so I'm going to play the 9 here. His 10 promises the jack. The 9 is not going to be a key card on this hand, because I expect to be the next player in and to continue diamonds a couple times. So that's the king of hearts. So here, I'm playing the 5 of hearts to say, partner, I'm not a real big fan of diamonds. He's playing up the line, which tells me, yes, partner, play diamonds. Which tells me, again, it's probably from some kind of interior sequence like king 10-9 or yeah, something like that. So here, I'll just follow along. Partner played the 4 of spades, and that is his only even spade. So I know where the king is. It's in South's hand. The question is, do I hold up around on spades? They have 5 tricks so far. I see no reason to make the entry position easier than it needs to be. So I'm going to duck a round of spades, and then I can win the second round of spades. Al had shown up with 3 spades, 4, 4, 2. So here I'm doing this, and then I'm going to play my 5 of diamonds. I've got another entry with the ace of clubs, if he needs a second finesse. Now we might be end played in clubs here, but we'll see. Unfortunately, we are. It looks like the contract made. I don't think we can do anything about that one. That's not true. We can do something about it, but it requires not leading the 10 of diamonds. You need to shift before letting the queen of diamonds win a trick. I wonder if anybody's going to find that defense. Looks like people are taking 7 tricks or 6 tricks or 8 tricks in no trump. So there's a range. 90 is a minus score, so it should be slightly below average, but they do have a good 4-3 fit. So people who found 2 hearts are probably very happy. If he'd led the king of diamonds, that would have asked for count or an unblock in diamonds. Um, and if I'd had the queen, I would unblock it. But here, he decided to be clever, underlead his ace king because he doesn't have an obvious outside entry, and I might do the same. Um, and unfortunately, that gave Declarer enough gas. Now, I wonder if holding up spades was wrong. If I had won the first round of spades and then thrown South in at the end, I might have done better. And I've got garbage as usual, so I don't need to think too long about that. So it's Elad and Eric. On Thursday, we played against them in the first round and also in a revenge round at the end, which is a silly BBO thing because it doesn't let you play more interesting movements. So here, after the Queen of Hearts is cashed, a club lead gives up the goose. So if I'd played my ace of spades, South clearly would unblock, and I think the hand would be over. So yeah, never mind. So Alad's been in clubs. I have nothing to say. Now, maybe I can say this looking at my hand, but it would almost certainly have been better to double two clubs and get it down three than to be in three, no trump, making five. Will Alad actually lead a club? That's an interesting question. Okay, so they do play a support double. Support doubles are not forcing. When Alad and I played at the under 21s in Thailand, I think this was around Alad might have been playing with Herschel. An opponent made a support double. Alad asked about the bid, uh, and he asked if it was forcing, I think, because he wasn't familiar with support doubles, and it got left in, of course. Went for 1100, and the director ended up reversing the result because the explanation was incorrect. He had been told the double was absolutely forcing when it wasn't. So here, I'm going to do my best to discourage here. So I'm going to play the 4. The 10 shows the jack. I mean, ideally I'd play count here, but our agreement is pretty strict attitude here. So I'm going to play high-low to say, partner, no. Now, let's review the auction again. So South bid spades and then reverted to no trump after partner had shown 3 spades, or had seemed to show 3 spades. So South might have a hand that is interested in no trump, so might have high cards in hearts and diamonds and clubs as well. If Alad is leading from ace, jack 10, you might have king 3rd. Unfortunately, I have nothing. So I want to be as discouraging as possible with my trick 2 play, reverse Smith. So Alad is playing his queen of diamonds, which frankly could be from a doubleton, but I'm pretty sure it's a stiff here. Now, even though I played the 10 here, my 9-8 of diamonds is definitely good enough to hold up. If I managed to get in with that diamond, and he did in fact have the doubleton diamond, that is extreme reverse Smith, I think. He doesn't want me to keep playing clubs, but it doesn't really tell me what else to play, and I can't imagine playing anything other than a club when I get in. But he should know that my diamonds play tells him not to keep playing clubs. He might shift to a heart, but I don't have the 10 of hearts or the king of hearts, and so that might end up costing a trick. He might passively come out a spade, actually. If he's counting points, he might think, well, I've got a lot of points, so partner doesn't have anything. We'll see. I think more likely than not he'll play a heart, but right now I would prefer that he played a spade just because a heart would probably end up costing a trick. Well, here's the king of clubs. Did Alad underlead another ace king? With ace king, was it jack 10 or 10-9? I can't remember his first card, but yeah, it was. He played the 10 from jack 10 with the king. So this will drive out the ace, I think. So I definitely don't want to discard a diamond. Here I can afford to discard a heart. I think at this point I want to encourage hearts to say that I have a heart card. And I know they don't have a 4/4 fit in hearts. Do I know that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's 5 spades. What looks like 3 clubs, 3 diamonds, and 2 hearts. Probably king small. Um, so this will be a winning spade. He's going to try to squeeze me in the red suits, but I'm behind him. So that was a 4th spade. So here, clear diamond pitch, but he might throw me in with a heart here, which should be sufficient. No, he's going ace. Okay. Yeah, he could have thrown me in with a heart, but he missed that. That's all right. He made his contract. It's let's see, 12 opposite what looks to be 14. So most people are going to be in that game, and making a contract is always good. So I'm sure they'll get match points for it. So I'm in first seat. My heart suit is a little too crappy for me to want to open 2 hearts. I also have decent spades, so if partner has a 1 spade opening, we want to be in spades. Quickly glancing at the other table, they're beating the people who missed game, and most people are taking 9 tricks in no trump. Double dummy, uh, they can take 10, but I think it requires doing some magic in the heart suit to set up tricks there. And maybe holding up 1 fewer round in clubs. Yeah, Eric did miss the heart duck, but I think it might have been better for me to discard a diamond or something. I don't know. So Alad's overcalling a spade here. I have a raise. Again, this is why I didn't open 2 hearts, because my suit's not good enough to ignore the fact that I've got queen 10 8 of spades. So this is a pretty easy 2 spade bid. And I will compete to 3 spades if it comes around to me. What's Elad thinking about? Wonder if he's thinking about 3-no. Elad doesn't have 4 hearts. He would have doubled if he had 4 hearts. South is raising diamond, showing at least 3. 4-no trump. What's 4-no trump? This is very interesting. He's looking for aces or key cards or something. I'm concerned. Should I sacrifice? Do I want to sacrifice? No. Five spades is an answer you want to hear. Um, so they're bidding slam, 6 diamonds, it looks like. I don't have a double. If partner wants a club lead, he'd double. He's not going to double. Now I have to decide what to lead against 6 diamonds. South has 2 key cards and the queen of diamonds. They're obviously not afraid of cashing outside tricks. So I could play a heart, but that's likely to give up a trick. Could play a spade. but I expect spades are 4-1 or something like that. Does this call for an active defense or a passive defense? I think an active defense. I'm going to lead a heart. And I see. Okay. So there is 2 in the queen, but there's also a heart void, which wasn't advertised anywhere at all. And I wonder if this is going to turn out. So it looks like the ace queen of hearts is in North's hand, and I might have given away an overtrick on my heart lead. This is pretty bad. Though on the other hand, I would expect North to have the ace of spades on this auction. If North is off the ace king of spades, it would be wild. North might have the king of spades specifically, but no, it's the ace, and there's always a pitch, and there's always the diamonds cashing, and this is an accept. So that's fascinating. What a hand! What a hand! Wow. 6 diamonds is going to beat 6 no trump for sure, but nobody's going to be in 6 no trump. The question is, how excited do you get looking for a diamond slam? If South jumps in diamonds or raises diamonds opposite North's diamond bid, you can get off to the races. I see. Queen or extra length. Yeah. Queen and extra length, etc. And they did well to bid the slam. Most people missed it. 1 pair missed game. 1 pair was in 3 no trump by North, making 5. Oh, wait, yeah, we're east west. Yeah, they were in 3 no, and it does make. So on Thursday, we played against these guys, and they bid and made 2 slams against us. Of course, we got bad boards on both of those boards because at a club game, even if it's a lock slam, most people aren't going to bid it. So competence is rewarded, right? And they were more than competent here, though they could have probably bid the grand had they known about the heart void, right? Because they sort of jumped to it, but looking for the grand would have only got them what like 1, maybe 1.5 match points. So that's why you're rarely going to see a grand bid at a club game because usually the small slam with the overtrick is enough. Alad and I, had we been holding those cards, um, we also would have struggled with this one. I think that South would have opened 2 clubs and then rebid diamonds to show like a 6-4, 6-5 hand, which makes North really, really, really excited. We would ask for key cards, we'd hear about a void, and then I think we would actually bid the grand. I think Alan and I would bid the grand, but I don't want to brag about it because we could have just as easily, got stuck in 5 no trump. But we have the methods to find it, assuming we were not interfered with. So yeah, if anybody's watching, again, thanks for tuning in. Um, I appreciate your interest in watching me narrate my club game, and your interest in bridge, and your interest in watching bridge streamed live on Twitch. There's not a lot of live bridge streams on Twitch. Obviously, there's a couple more than there were about a month ago, including me. But streaming bridge is always something I've wanted to do, if only on a casual, show my twice a week club game basis, because I like explaining the actions that I do, and I like talking about my decisions, and I like promoting bridge in my own special little way through this stream. So we're on the second last, the penultimate round. We're up against Kitty and Jigs. Yeah. So in 7 boards, we've uh, defended against 3 bid and made slams by them. Uh, and we did our best to block them from getting those slams, but it didn't help. So here I have a 15 count. I've got 2 club stoppers. My choices are double or one no trump. And I like double a little bit better. Um, we want 16 for our one no trump by agreement. So this is a little shy of that. And double is pretty good with the low spot cards. Low spot cards tend to work better in suit contracts than they do in no trump contracts. So that's why I am happy to do this. So Alan's bidding 2 hearts here in comp. I have 15. I'm going to pass with this. Um, I would rather swing a little low than swing a little high. With a little bit of a better hand, I would raise. But I think that this is enough. And I'm hoping that we'll buy it for 2 hearts. South is unlikely to compete in this situation with no guarantee of a fit. So I expect that we're going to be playing 2 hearts. And again, Alad is limited to 10 count. So even if he has that 10 count, there's going to be pairs that are missing a game in a 4-4 heart fit. And even a 25 high card point game isn't guaranteed. So most of the time, Alad's going to have garbage like this, and 2 hearts is going down anyway. Uh, Happy to have passed. I swear we're not cheating. I've just seen Alad bid before. I mean, good luck, partner. So this is getting trumped. Or not. Now, the next round of spades is getting trumped. However, I think it's pretty likely that the ace of hearts is in North's hand. Uh, so because North opened the bidding, showed up with 0 high card points so far. And whether they're 5 in diamonds, 4 in clubs, they'll need the ace of hearts for their bid. And the king of clubs. And probably the king of diamonds. So here, the problem with this is that North is guaranteed to have the ace of hearts. And now you're doing a weird thing where you're leading up into the ace of hearts. If North had a doubleton ace of hearts, you want to be leading up to the king and then ducking around. And you can always take that club finesse later. But I think Alad was trying for some kind of weird end play, which isn't guaranteed to work. But who says that the guarantee is going to fail, right? So here he got the rough and discard that he wanted. North probably doesn't have a 7-card club suit. I think he's going to rough small and dummy, throw off a diamond in hand, and then pull a trump, cash the king of spades, rough a spade after entering hand with the ace of diamonds. And so this contract should make with what, 1 more heart loser and a diamond loser, making 3. Yeah. Well, the good news is that had I invited, he would have been in. He would have been in. What's the contract? Yeah, you can cash your king of spades now. Well, the good news is that North did have 3 hearts, so my recommended line in the hearts wouldn't have worked at all. Um, and that 9 of spades can get trumped, even though it might be a winner. I'm not sure. No, wasn't paying attention. So this 7 of diamonds is not going to win the trick, and he's going to take 9 tricks in the contract. Very nice. So I think Alad's more psychological play of the club finesse ended up working a little better than my line, which have been playing North for the doubleton ace of hearts. Other tables have finished already. 140 is a good score there, as I expected. So, and I haven't been looking at the percentages the past few rounds, but that last round was not great. Obviously, them bidding and making a slam and being competent in bidding their game is not great for us. So here I've got 15 balanced. I'm going to open 1-0 trump, 15 to 17. Third seat vulnerable, that's our agreement. Let me recount, just make sure I have that. looks like 16 high, balanced. Alad and I recently reviewed our One of Trump agreements, so there's a very good chance that we're going to end up in a disaster, but he's a passed hand, so there are limits on the disaster possibilities. So we're sitting at 57 right now. We're going to need a couple of strong rounds here. Board 19 was good, getting 9 tricks there. But we're going to need a few more good boards just like that. So Alad's passing. Um, my guess is One No Trump is going to be the contract at every single table, because if Alad had anything close to an opening bid, he would have opened already, playing standard. And if he had some kind of invite, he would have invited. North should pass. I can't imagine North has a bid. North has a bid. Okay. So I don't know what to do because North passed. On the other hand, I've bid my handle already, so I can't justify a second bid. But I'm going to pass here and hope that we get plus 200. It's possible that North has a hand like a weak 2, but chose not to open the weak 2. So here, 2 hearts is unfortunately undoubled, which makes me a little bit, grumpy, but I think we can do some magic here. So I have some choices. I could underlead my king of clubs. I could lead a high diamond. I could lead a spade of some kind. Partner doesn't have 5 spades. He passed a couple times when he had a chance to bid spades. So I think a spade might give up a trick. I have to lead a diamond, knock out the ace, and then hope for some tricks in the suit later. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is a dummy of dreams. Imagine blindly balancing 2 hearts and hitting that dummy. That is pure magic. And I am so glad I didn't make a speculative penalty double. Wow. So Alad would play a suit preference card here. So there's not a lot of outstanding diamond spots, but the lowest outstanding one would indicate some kind of club preference. But on the other hand, can there really be club preference here? The 7 indicates an odd number of clubs. He probably has 5 crappy ones. I see no better defense than cashing hearts. That 9 of hearts, though, is that encouraging spades? Maybe. I think I'll play a spade. I don't want any spade tricks we have disappearing on like the 10 of diamonds or something. He has 1 high spade, so I want to get that ace out. Curious. Little hold-up play. That 9 of spades there is probably the top of a doubleton, so I think the queen of spades is going to cash. We're going to get another heart, I think, yeah. Now the problem with playing the queen of spades here is that it sets up the long spade if partner has 3 spades. So I don't know if I want to do that right away. The problem is that playing the king of diamonds might also set up a trick. I think what I might want to do is actually play clubs to get rid of dummy's stuff. North is trying to trump clubs and dummy. I think North will trump here. Hopefully North didn't have the king of, yeah, okay. This is sort of what I want, because I didn't think we were going to be able to take out that trump. So that's going to win. This is going to happen. I'm a little bit squeezed, unfortunately. But that spade pitch does tell me that the yeah. Oh no, I threw off my winning queen of spades. That was stupid. Sorry, partner. I just lost track of the spade suit. Now, of course, we can't do any better double dummy, but at the end there, if I hold on to my queen of spades, then I think that it goes better. Because I know, or I should know, if I'm not deep into my beer, that the jack of spades is in declarer's hand. Yeah, two hearts making three is not great for us because most people are in Wonder Trump going down. Finding that overcall was wild with that hand. Just a remarkable, remarkable bid. Last round. How do you? Never mind. You're playing don't. You bid two hearts for that. What a dummy. What a dummy. Beautiful dummy. Okay. Next hand. Partner's got a one spade overcall. I've got a two spade compete. I compete pretty much automatically with three card trump support and a doubleton lying somewhere, even though I think that my hand's not worth very much. It does tell my partner a bit about my shape. Yeah, Mr. ATC, that was quite a tactical bid. Obviously, it's not worth as many match points if I don't throw off my. Actually, it's worth exactly as many match points if I hold on to my queen of spades. So there you go. My brutal misdefense didn't cost anything. It was just the brilliant ESP of my opponents. Please let us buy this contract for two spades. Yes! Yes, we bought it for two spades. We're going to go down three, and it's going to be a great board. Alid, I wish you all the luck in the world to take five tricks. So that's interesting. We have a very solid holding in the diamond suit, and we only have one club loser. If the king of spades is on side, which it's likely to be, it's going to be a one spade loser hand, assuming 3-2 spades. So we actually have, excuse me, we have some play here. That jack of diamonds is a doubleton, might be a singleton, I don't know. But I would imagine Alad's going to just take a spade finesse, play the ace, and then play the king of clubs, hoping to get to dummy somehow to take another diamond finesse. But there's no real need to take a diamond finesse. The alternative line is to try to trump diamonds, but because he has thickness in the diamond suit, he's going to just give up a diamond trick, I think. So, yeah, I'm just a little worried about North over trumping the diamond off of. Okay, well, this works. Yeah, so North is roughing high here, but there's a good chance it's from a natural trick if North started with three spades. The problem is that we're going to see King of Hearts and then Heart to the Ace and then a Diamond back, and then we're going to lose that trick too. Um, but maybe South will miss the diamond play here. A club. Who knows? Maybe a club is right. Yeah, play a club. Not quite. All right, so that's the other spade, and we've lost 4 tricks, so we're going to lose the ace of clubs. So with no ticket to dummy, uh, I expect Alad to. Oh, so that's interesting. So there's only 2 spades out, the king and the jack. And here they are, making. There you go. Yeah, I think trumping that heart with the 3 was was a little bit questionable. Um, they probably should have been playing some kind of. They should have been counting the suit. Uh, Normally, carding agreements can help with that, but they must have missed something. So with 10 count, I might open if I were non-vulnerable, but with this bad suit, I'm going to pass. Um, if for whatever reason it goes past, Allen opens a diamond, my bid would be 2 spades showing like a 10 count with 5 spades and 4 hearts. Star agreement. Reverse Flannery. So how is this elsewhere? Looks like most people are making uh, 9 tricks in spades. Why? Well, I think let's just look at a random example. Looks like they're taking the spade finesse right away. Um, well, this person probably should have just tried to cash the ace of spades before roughing another one, but yeah, the rough there didn't end up costing anything because they switched to a club instead of a heart. All right, bought and sold. This is the last hand of the night. 2 spades by West. Let's see. Ends up being a middling result, and we're at 57.5. We need to swing the board. The jack is not probably. Yeah, that's true. But I think if you lose 1 spade, 2 hearts, a diamond, and a club, that's making. I guess people are making 3, but I don't think it's really legitimate makes at most of those tables. So I'm going to try to make my contract of 2 spades here. No reason not to cover. Hope that it's from King Jack. It's not from King Jack. And again, no reason not to play the ace here. So um, there's what 2 cases where playing the ace is going to help, and then maybe or 3 cases, and then finessing is going to work in 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I think dropping the stiff outside honor is going to be better. No, wait, hang on. Yeah, no, this is how I'm going to do it. spade to the 10, and then spade to the jack. All right. So that that 9 of hearts looks like it might be the top of a doubleton. It's not the top of a doubleton. Clearly, North has the ace of hearts as well, so I'm not going to lose more than one heart trick. Here, 2 spades, and I'll play a heart. If it goes ace and not a diamond, I might be able to pitch a diamond on the 10 of hearts, but it's a diamond, so I am going to lose. Yep, that is correct, Mr. ATC. The finesse is the correct line, and I would have calculated that faster had it not been for what just happened. Okay. Looks like I have the rest of the tricks. There you go. 170 should be a good score there because he's got 11, I've got 10. There's no game. It should be bid and shouldn't be made. But some north-south bid up to 4 diamonds and went down 4 because they wanted to deny us match points, sadly. Another east-west made 10 tricks in spades. And I guess we've got a little bit of time to kill before we see the final results here. If we see more scores pour in for 2 spades, the 110 is looking worse and worse as more disasters pour in from the north-south side, both on play and defense. And then this board, it should be good, but it's looking like there are some gift givers around, and we're probably going to end up with a game that's short of 60%, so it's probably not going to be enough to win. So again, our losing streak continues. When we were playing in-person bridge, and I don't mean to boast, but we were winning most of the games that we showed up to at this particular club. It's a club that doesn't have a ton of experts. It's got a lot of intermediate players, hobbyist players, new players, and so we playing weak no trumps and a lot of junky competitive bidding. We're able to steal a lot of contracts and get consistent 62% games. But since the transition to online, our successes have been more rare, more fleeting, and it'll probably be another few days, maybe another week before we get that W on the board. Oh. So in previous iterations of this tournament, the directors prohibited kibitzers from tables, but it looks like that has changed. So I'm going to join this table to see if we can kibitz. No, we can't kibitz these other tables, but they're probably just a couple minutes away from finishing. So we're going to see the final score in a moment here. I'm guessing a 59% game, and that'll be good for 3rd place. Yeah, Mr. ATC, I'm reading your comment here. So hang on a sec. Let's review board 21. So on board 21, so your line was, if I remember correctly, you immediately take a spade hook and then knock out the ace of clubs. So yes, with the 2 hearts, they go heart, heart, heart. Yes, yeah, because that king of spades is still outstanding, and that does set up a couple spade tricks for North. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, there's a few options you can take. If you try cashing that ace of spades first, then you're not going to get to dummy to take a diamond finesse. Or if you cash the ace of spades after taking the first spade finesse, you're not getting to dummy. But I don't know. if getting to dummy provides you any value at that point. You just give up the club, the diamond, two hearts, and a spade. But the problem is two spades making ends up being a bad board there, right? No, I don't think they would have found that defense. Um, uh, I don't know the exact skill level of those opponents there, but uppercuts can be a little subtle to find, right? You're not thinking the best way for me to win my trump is for my partner to trump a trick. Uh, it's not always intuitive. So here are the results. So in our direction, um, we were, uh, unfortunately, we finished with a 57. Um, yes, playing to rough one diamond, pitch a diamond on the jack of clubs. You need some entry magic to happen, I think. Um, but yeah. Okay, so we ended up coming in what, fourth, which is a little bit sad, a little disappointing. Very close, east west, north south. Elad and Eric got the win. Look, if they're able to bid their slams, even if maybe they should have been in grand, then they're going to have a good time at the club. So yeah, there's still another week to go before the first W in these online games, but it's always good to sit and practice. I think I mostly practiced being dummy and trying to analyze and predict Alad's plays today because I had some um, fascinating 11 counts at best the whole night. If you've tuned into the stream, thank you for watching. Um, this is the end of the stream. I try to stream the club games that I play at 6:30 Eastern time on Tuesdays and Thursdays right now, and all I do is just talk through my analysis of the hands as they're happening. Sometimes they're correct, and sometimes they're terrible, but I think people want to see bridge and they want to see live analysis on Twitch, right? So here I am doing my duty. Thanks if you stopped in and watched or participated in the chat. And please tune in again. I'll be on Thursday evening. And thanks for stopping by.